All right, so we have competition 2, 2011 to 2012, written round first page. Anytime. All right. Express 900 as a product of primes. Okay, so this is a prime factorization problem. So we have 900. Well, what goes into 900? Well, you might as well start with primes that you know. So we have 2 and 450. We have another 2 here. So that would be 225. I know this has a 3. I know it also has a 5 in it, but let's go with the 3. So actually, I'm going to go with 5 because it's a little bit easier to do. So 5 goes into 24 times, carry the 2, so that's 45. So 5 goes into this again. And 9 is 3 and 3. So products of primes. So I have 1, 2, 2's. This is one of the few times when using a multiplication x is expected. I have 2 3's. And I have 2 5's. So here is our answer right here. Okay, moving on. Okay, sorry for the delay. Number 2, a hat that is priced at $14 is on sale at 20% off. What will the hat cost be? So this is one of the cases when using a fraction is going to be more advantageous than using a decimal. So we know the hat. Again, having trouble buttoning this thing in. So I know 80% of the cost is still going to have to incur. So that's 4/5. 4/5 is 80%. That's what we'll have to pay times the 14. Now, so I can't reduce it all. So this would give me 14 times 4 divided by 5. So actually maybe using a decimal would make more sense. So in this case I would say 14 times 0.8. So 8 times 4 is 0. No, it isn't. 8 times 4 is, having troubles here, obviously, 32. 8 times 1 is 8 plus 1, or sorry, plus 3 is, so it's 112. And so then we know that we have a decimal place here, so a decimal place here, so the answer is $11.20. $11.20. And I would include the placeholder here for the cents. If 3 fair coins are tossed, how many different ways could one get exactly 1 head? Well, the only way to really do this is making a counting tree. So here's our second toss, and then here's our third toss. And since it has 3 tosses, you have to do a counting tree as opposed to an area model. So exactly 1 head. Well, there's 1. There's 2. And there's 3. So we have 3 ways of doing it. If the odds that an event will occur are 3 to 5, what is the probability the event will happen? Well, that'd be 3 that it does occur and 5 that does not. So that's 3 out of 8. And it says express your answer as a common fraction, so 3/8. the trick here is this ratio is will happen, will not happen. So your probability is always a part to whole ratio. A square has an area of 441. So that's a lot of 21 times 21. So if you know your perfect squares, you know that's 21 times 21. So 21 times 4 is going to be 84. All right, that's it. Number 6. The distance. Now there's a distance formula, but the easiest way to think about this is to do this. I have a point here that's at 3, 6. I have a point here that's at -2, 5. So make the triangle here, and I'm trying to find the hypotenuse. Well, this is a right triangle, so we want a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. So from here to here, that is a difference of 5. Then from 5 to 6 is 1. So we have 5 squared, which is 25, plus 1 squared, which is 1, which is equal to c squared. So 26 is equal to c squared. Take the square root, take the square root. So we have the square root of 26 equals c. Now, 26 does not have any perfect square factors, so I can't reduce it at all. So the answer is just square root of 26. 2 fair dice are tossed, so there's a probability that the sum will be less than 4. So this I could do an area model with, and I will. So I know that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But I know that if I roll a 4, then I cannot have a sum that is less than 4. So I'm not even going to worry about anything over 4. Because I know it's impossible. So I'm going to clear out what I know it to be impossible. Ain't gonna happen, right? So now I have to go back and see, well, 3 plus 1 is 4. That will work. But that's not less than 4. So nothing here is going to be less than 4 either. And nothing here, and 2 plus 2 is obviously 4, which is not less than 4. So that's not going to work. So I have a total of 3 options that will work out of 36 total options. 3 goes into 36 12 times, so that's 1/12. All right. I just have 3 more problems if you want to set it up. All right. How many distinct ways can the letters in the word sunset? So I have 6 letters, so that's 6 factorial. And I only have 1 repeat, which is S. So that occurs twice. So I have 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 over 2. So this cancels out. So I have 30 here times 12 here. So 3 times 12 is going to be 36. And then there's a 0 at the end, so it's 360. So for number 9, John's savings account earns $8.40 in 6 months. The annual interest rate was 3.5%. How much was in John's account to earn that amount of simple interest? So, how did we figure that out? So I would assume in a year, he's going to earn 1680, right? So the question is 1680 is going to be equal to something times 1.035, right? So then I divide this. So I'm going to cheat here and use a calculator. So 16.8 divided by 1.035. I'm getting something that is completely ridiculous here. Oh, right, because this is the 0, the 1 is what we already have, right? So 1680. Oh, sorry. Come on. 16.8 divided by 0.035. There you go. That's 480, and that is the answer. Now, obviously, you're going to have to multiply it by hand, but that's all you got to do. And then the last one, express 524 as a base 8 number. So this is going to be 1. In other words, 8 to the first, 0. This is 8 to the first, 8 to the second. And if I multiply 64 times 8, I'm way over 524. So how many times does 64 go into 524? So I would guess 4, 5 times 6. So it's going to be over that. It's going to be 7, 8. So I'd probably go in 7 times, right? So I'm going to again cheat for the interest of getting this thing over with. So if I go 64 times 7, so it's 524 minus 448. So that's 76. That goes in. So 8 times 7 is 63, right? So minus 63. My goodness. I hate it when this thing isn't working. Minus 448, 8. Okay, minus 63. So 13 left over. Something is not working out quite right. So 8 squared. My goodness. 8 times 8. 64, right? Times 8. Oh. That's my problem. 512. Sorry about this awful explanation. That makes a lot more sense. So we have a 1 here. So 524 minus 512. And you're probably laughing at me at home, which would be appropriate in this case. 64 goes into 12 0 times. Goes into 8 goes in that once with a 4 here. And there you have it. Sorry about that.